Time and time again, Polaris proves they understand their customers. And to solidify this point even further, they've come up with an event called Camp RZR. The original Camp RZR took place in Glamis, California, but Polaris recognized that a great number of their customers actually live on the East Coast and ride trails. So this season, they hooked up with Brimstone Recreation to have the very first Camp RZR East.
We went all the way up and down the eastern seaboard. We've got lots of great contacts in lots of great areas, and we toured them all. And really what we wanted was a partner that would come and add to it, that would be able to bring their flavor to what we bring as well. And I'll tell you what, the loves here at Brimstone really stepped up. And what was really amazing was they brought it a new flavor.
I've been to Brimstone a number of times in the past, even for other events, so I really can't think of a better place Polaris could have chosen to host Camp RZR East. The trails here are perfectly suited to RZRs of all shapes and sizes. Brimstone has a fantastically appointed event center perfect for a huge gathering like this one, and of course, people here are RZR people. They know this product and they use their RZRs every day.
Camp RZR is a welcome spot for all off-roaders. This is about the sport. And yeah, sure, it's about Polaris and what we have and everything else, but this is about people who live their life out here. This is about people who choose to spend time with their family and friends out on the trails, having fun, getting dirty, muddy, all that stuff. We want them to be riding RZRs for sure. We just love to see them outside enjoying the sport. So whatever color you're running, bring it out to Camp RZR.
But Camp RZR is so much more than just a gathering. Polaris has ensured that this event is jam-packed, full of activities and exciting things to do to keep their RZR owners entertained all weekend long. One of the coolest things you can do at Camp RZR is take out next year's products for a demo ride. Polaris had a fully equipped demo area with dozens of all of their newest products ready for anyone who wanted to take a spin. Getting signed up for a demo ride was simple. Just show up at the demo site, give them your information, climb in whichever vehicle you wanted to test most, and follow the leader. It seemed as though demo vehicles were gone all day long as consumer after consumer tried out their next purchase. An event of this magnitude wouldn't be complete without some sweet giveaways, and Polaris understands the importance of providing some of their customers with sweet swag.
Welcome out, everybody. Thank you for coming out. What a great weekend we have in store for you guys. Are you guys ready to spin the prize wheel? Yeah! There you go. What are you riding this weekend? RZR 4. I like that.
Having this event hosted at Brimstone Recreation in Tennessee opened up some interesting possibilities for country music acts. Brimstone is well known for bringing in big country stars to perform at their own events, and Camp RZR was certainly no different. These singers weren't here at Camp RZR just to perform though. They came to ride. Josh Thompson took one of the demo RZRs out for an afternoon in the mud just before he performed an acoustic set on top of a mountain, sitting on the back of a Ranger.
Thank you guys so much, I appreciate it. We'll see you guys later on tonight.
I'm not sure country music gets any more authentic than a performer sitting in the bed of a Ranger, covered in mud, playing live country music on the top of a mountain. Polaris knew the trails at Brimstone Recreation were rocky. Because they expected to have upwards of 10,000 RZRs on site, they knew chances are one or two of them were going to need to be repaired. So they set up a completely free service area where you could bring your RZR to have scheduled maintenance, repairs, or even have accessories installed at no charge.
I'm watching some very nice people work on my toy.
So it's a great thing that they put this on here. Absolutely. Don't charge you anything to do it, just for parts, and you can't really ask much more than that.
Pretty awesome, and I bet they've been pretty busy all weekend. I know how people ride around here. I live down the road.
You know, the feedback that we hear from consumers out here really runs the gamut. We have a service bay over here where we're doing service on all kinds of machines from all model years and all product lines. And we're getting tips on what's breaking or what's not working or how they're using it that we can make improvements on there. And I could show you some new models and pointed features that came directly from customer feedback at events just like this.
If parts and accessories for your RZR were what you were after, the concession area was definitely the place for you. Polaris works with numerous partners, both OE and aftermarket, and many of those partners were on hand with product to display and people to explain how to use it. Perfect. If getting muddy on the trails wasn't enough excitement for you, the nighttime events were jam-packed full of musical talent as well. Natalie Stoville and The Drive opened up the nightly entertainment that was capped off by a full concert from Josh Thompson. The crowd was clearly pumped and had had an awesome day at Camp RZR, but what they didn't realize was that day one would pale in comparison to what Polaris had planned for day two. Brimstone Recreation offers all forms of accommodation, and while staying in a fully featured cabin is definitely nice, you couldn't get much closer to the action than camping on site. And people definitely took advantage of this. From tents to campers, toy haulers to motorhomes, there wasn't a single empty campsite on the whole property. Day two of Camp RZR was when Polaris packed all of the competitive events into the schedule. Drag racing was a simple, head-to-head, straight-up event, with vehicles being divided into classes based on their style and engine size. But the real event everybody came to see and compete in was definitely the obstacle course. The idea was to get from one end of the course to the other in the shortest amount of time without ending up on your lid. And unfortunately, not everybody succeeded. The event that I was most interested in was the Celebrity 170 race. To say that this was a crazy idea and that I was extremely excited about it would both be an understatement. Polaris brought a whole fleet of brand new RZR 170s, all PDI'd and ready to go. We each picked one and applied our numbers, and then we were divided into teams for the first heat. I was in Heat 1, which consisted of 4 laps with 4 RZR 170s on the line, and my biggest competition was definitely X Games gold medalist Ronnie Renner. All the pre-race trash talking in the world could not have prepared us for what was about to come when the green flag dropped. And while Ronnie did get off the line first, I was not going down without a fight.
We got, oh, look at it, Luke. Luke, you're gonna have scoliosis. Luke's got a good line right through here. Look at here.
After a second place finish in the first heat and then a 4th place finish overall in the final, I can't say I was very pleased with my finishing position. However, I never gave up, I kept it rubber side down, and I came away relatively unscathed, which is something I can't necessarily say for my trusty RZR 170.
There you go. Thank you, Polaris. This is awesome.
Camp RZR was definitely a success. Everybody had a great time, but it wouldn't be Camp RZR if it didn't end with a bang. The previous night's musical acts were definitely a big hit, but nothing could compare to the excitement generated by a full concert by country music star Dierks Bentley. A field full of RZRs and 10,000 music fans was the perfect way to cap off a weekend full of excitement. I can only imagine what Polaris has in store for next year at Camp RZR East.
I wish we could do this in every market across the US. Simply put, we can't, because when we do these the right way. But please come on out, because there's 100 or more Polaris employees that want to shake your hand. We want to say thank you for riding your Polaris. We want to make sure you're having the very best experience on that machine possible. So we'll bring you the engineers, we will bring you the service people, we will bring you the parts, we will bring that to you to give you the very best ride on the machine that you're riding right now. And really, we want you to come to an environment in which you can feel thanked and gratified for the choice that you've made. That's really what we have for you.
If you enjoyed this video, post a comment and let us know what you think. Then, click this link to subscribe and that link for more great videos from Dirt Tracks TV.